Hello everyone, Jason Lay back here again, and today we're going to be talking about the newest episode of Dragon Ball Daima. This time around, Goku and his friends finally makes it to the third demon world, but unfortunately they have been caught within a new battle setting in where they have to face off against Goma's army. We have finally made it to the third act of Dragon Ball Daima. The first act we set up everything, second act we follow through and explore much of the demon realms and their inhabitants, their people, and we explore new power-ups and sequences of fights where Goku and his friends find themselves in. And now we are finally reaching the conclusion. We set up all the side villains that are going to be fighting up against Goku, but this is just Goku and his friends going up against the army, and we are seeing that they are taking quite a bit of hits, especially Goku and Vegeta. And you would assume that with the power-ups that they have and how strong they are, even as kids and being downgraded, that these weapons that Goma's armies have won't be that effective on them. But I assume the reason why they are as effective as they are because they're using a different kind of power, and I would assume it is magic because Daima was originally going to be called magic. So there's a lot of magical elements and fantasy things going around within this show in terms of the new world that they're exploring. It's like an isekai of sorts that this show is following through with, and it wouldn't surprise me, especially when you bring in the Majins and a lot of the history behind the Majin Buu saga within this new saga, that there will be a lot of magical elements here. So I assume that the powers and weapons that these armies are using are magic based, which is why it's having a bit of an effect on the ki and energy sources that Goku and his friends are mostly known for using. So it's ki versus magic here, and it's going to work differently on it, which makes the battle have a bit more suspense and tension to it, because Goku and his friends are doing everything they can to try and survive this battle, and it's really interesting to see how they're able to come on top. We also explore a bit of the history behind this eye that one of the characters has, like this side character that is lazy and doesn't do anything. Find this eye in the middle of nowhere, and we find out that this eye has a bit of history with Deborah and how he wants that getting rid of for his rule as a new demon king. And so that eye is going to have some sort of consequence to the rest of the show going forward. It does kind of feel out of nowhere, honestly, because there doesn't seem to be that much setup with this eye, and I felt like it was just thrown in there just for the sake of some new plot elements. That's like my one issue. It just feels like it just came out of nowhere and it wasn't that much focused on until like later on, when probably Toriyama or some other writer of the show had like a new idea that they wanted to put in, and it was a little bit late in the game, honestly. It just felt shoehorned in is the best word I could describe it. But apart from that, the action, the animation, beautiful as ever. No complaints with the action and how it's all presented. The colors of this demon realm is vibrant red, and so there's a sense of tension that is not prevalent within the rest of the saga. I really like how it's starting to now feel like things are getting much more heavy, and that the characters need a lot more help, which they do. They get help from the pirate kings that we saw, the father of Pansy, and they join in the battle to help the heroes out, and they're able to win the day, which will then set up the characters now going up against the next set of villains, which I'm going to assume will be the bootleg Ginyu Force that we see going on, Goma Special Forces. So that episode is going to be very exciting to see, and I cannot wait to see how Goku and Ko go up against these guys. And I believe it's not going to be like a whole bunch of episodes worth of battles. These battles, I am going to assume, will go on for a few episodes, but each stage will be like one episode. Like the next episode will be the Special Forces, Then the episode after that will be the Majin Q and Do episode. And then we're going to probably get like maybe 2 episodes against Goma or whoever is going to be the main villain. Arinsu or the brother, just one of those guys is going to be like the main big threat here. And I am very interested to see how that plays out. Overall, really entertaining episode, really fun. A bit dragged out, kind of did feel like a bit filler-ish at times, where it's just dragging things out a bit. But because I still enjoy these characters, I enjoy some of the lore building, even though it's getting a bit too much at this point. I feel like they're just throwing things now at the wall. It is still overall a very entertaining episode. Not going to be one of my favorites to go back to, but still, all in all, a really good stepping stone episode to what the conclusion is going to pay off. So I'm really excited to see how the rest of this third act is going to present itself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.